Are we on?
Yeah, it's recording.
Take 4?
Done a few of these.
Welcome to One of Nine. This is Peter Jones and I'm Maria Jones, and we have been doing all sorts of things recently.
We're busy, Maria. Glad to be back.
Yeah.
Putting stuff out there.
Yeah.
This is not the first time we've sat down together at a table to try to put something out there.
It is not, and also we've not just started. I've been waiting for Peter in the engine room to sort out trying to do a live, but anyway.
Perilous activity.
Maybe it links in with what I was thinking about the year, which is links in with one of my favourite things about our wedding, which was your speech.
All right.
Which you plagiarised from someone, Donald Rumsfeld.
Oh, Rumsfeld, yeah.
Yeah, I had to research that before.
Yeah, funny. He was the guy to do with, like, the defence secretary.
Yeah, in America.
There are known unknowns.
Known knowns.
We know there are things that we know.
Yeah.
We know there are things that we know we don't know. Had all these kind of variations.
Yeah, so known knowns, known unknowns, and then the most difficult of all.
Things we don't know that we don't know.
Unknown unknowns.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought that was really clever, and I often think about it. And I think this year has... that's family life, isn't it?
Yeah, that's marriage, I think. You don't... Look.
The known knowns you can kind of, work around. Christmas is coming. Yeah. A baby's coming.
You know your vows, don't you? You know your vows. Look,
yeah.
I love you and I'm here. And...
Yeah. And more or less, breakfast, lunch, dinner, these sort of things. Yeah. And then the known unknowns, you're not sure
how we're going to pay
if
bills.
And when. Yeah.
One way or the other.
And God might bless us with children or not with children, or, sickness and all those sorts of things. And then the unknown unknowns, the thing that completely jump out at you.
I don't know what I should be terrified about. Like YouTube lives. I did not know at the start of marriage that this would even be.
Yeah.
Yet here we are.
Yeah, and Donald Rumsfeld would agree that they are the most difficult things, the unknown unknowns.
Yeah, I must look up and see if he's still alive. I wonder where he got... Because I don't think it's his original
speech. The speech was so famous, I found it on Wikipedia.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. And it was just quoted this lovely little paragraph. Which
I don't think it's his originally. I think it's someone else's originally.
Maybe.
He did a great job of it.
He did. He certainly put it out. I think it was the 18th of February 2002 or something like that. 18th of Feb.
2002.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, mine.
2002. It was about the
Iraq.
Yeah.
Invasion or something.
Yeah, and whether they found weapons of mass destruction.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's just horrendous.
Hugo, some guy walking around the desert.
Not to make it laughable, but it's awful.
Hugo guy.
Yeah.
He never found them. Do you remember that? Hugo Blick or...
Oh, I don't know.
Something like that.
Wasn't what about Dr. Kelly? Who's he?
He was the original suicided guy. Do you remember he died in the woods?
Yeah, he got suicided. Yeah. Oh, sad.
That's terrible, yeah.
So the year I'd sum it up like you did in our wedding speech.
Yeah, it's probably been our hardest year of marriage.
Yeah, I'd agree. Yeah.
But still crazy about it and all that stuff.
But just those unknown unknowns.
So
just sometimes I just jump in all that from every angle. Yeah.
You got to get through them. I think God just takes you to that place, doesn't he? That is.
And I wouldn't even say we're necessarily through all of the things, but.
Yeah, I've still got to paint a few bedrooms and stuff and.
Fill in large holes.
Yeah, more insulation in the roof and stuff.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
No knowns now.
Yeah.
But unknown unknowns when water was flooding through the ceiling. Oh, the car went, or the things.
Yeah, look, it's the show, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the great drama.
Yeah.
And while we're doing the channel, we've got to talk our language, haven't we? Like, we're Catholics, and although we're doing a lot of the same things that the rest of the world is doing, having children and staying married, probably doing that a bit more than the rest of the world.
Yeah, because they're not necessarily
But our kind of
up having so many children.
Catholic rules separate us, don't they? Where we have to say, this conversation is not enough for us. The Catholic standards are higher, and
what conversation?
Lots of them are like having family prayers. Most people don't do family prayers.
Yeah, and actually,
the culture doesn't do that.
And I know, like you can get used to these things, and this, we spoke about it in the past, but it's not just been an easy thing to get into doing family prayers as a routine or whatever. But we're in it, okay. And then you can get into these routines and things and really take it for granted. But family prayer time is a really unique and kind of privileged thing for the Christian or Catholic family. That you actually set it out there each day. You have that time with your family. The family that prays together stays together. You know.
And that thus,
I'm sure
it has proved, Maria.
Yeah.
Because it's not been 11 years and
special.
We're just fingernails. Can we get to the 12th year? Suffering each other's personality around the house. Like we are. Want to keep going. More kids and full of life, and that is.
And there is a baby on the way.
Yeah, a little baby on the way.
Little baby.
I don't think that's what, because we've tried to do this live so many times.
What have we covered? What haven't we? We have not said about the baby. We mentioned it in the last episode, the Ireland episode.
I don't know.
And we mentioned that the baby might have something a little bit special or something.
Yeah.
So I will try to keep this brief, but
one of the reasons because something else, I get so irritated. I'm just tightly my own guy.
Yeah.
I was thinking recently, I heard the word fresh. Oh, it really does matter. I don't like that
fresh
word.
For what?
Just ever hear it. I just don't like. I don't like the word.
Fresh at all. Fresh is lovely. Like fresh salad. Yum.
I just don't like it.
Okay, don't like fresh. Well, what sort of situation do you not like it in?
I heard it in that HelloFresh advert, which keeps popping up on YouTube. And I once heard it in a toothpaste advert. Cold things hurt. Hot things really hurt. And then at the end it said, fresh. So about, oh my gosh, it just irritates me more. I just don't
Got another one to add to our...
Yeah, list of...
Words that Peter doesn't like.
Yeah. So
did I say fresh?
Oh, you said quite a lot, yeah.
No, have I said fresh now?
No. But I'm just thinking of ththings that I'll just pull the plug on the live. I'll just think we've recorded it. And
you've done something you just don't like it. Yeah.
Yeah,
because have we even done a live and then just take it offline as well?
Yeah. I think it's hard for...
It's hard for me to know what you want, Peter.
Yeah. It's hard for men and women to talk together, I think, in certain situations. Like, we're together a lot and we chat together a lot.
Yeah.
We don't get, as far as I know, get exhausted by each other.
Yeah.
Like on a regular basis, like we have to walk out the room, so that doesn't happen.
No.
But to talk like this...
On film.
Yeah, on film
and then you to watch it afterwards and decide whether you like it or not for other people.
I must say, I do know.
All of those. There's a lot of hoops to jump through.
I just think it's not because you have to have the handbrake on a bit. It's not... I think there will be men, maybe if any men do watch this, I think they do, will sympathise with... They won't just write me off as, God, weird Pete. They will think, yeah, that would be me as well. And if I may...
Keep trying to decipher, Peter.
No. If I may say so. In the past year, because we've had a few arguments, probably have more arguments in this past year than we have in the other 10 years added up. I'm not a big fan of...
God just kind of nudged that. Just turn it up a little bit. They're doing quite well, actually.
A few dials were definitely turned, weren't they? I must say, actually, I think family prayers got us through, because if we did keep up family prayers, I think it just got us
agree.
through.
Do you know what? I've actually got that on my notes as well. That routine.
Cross it off.
Yeah, routine and habit keeps the kind of the flow. And Rupert did a poem recently, The Tide Rises, the Tide Falls, by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. And he was saying, can we look into this a bit more? Like, what is this all about? And the tide rises, the tide falls. And it goes through, different things in the poem. And the tide rises, the tide falls. So we looked into it. He had incredible suffering in his life. His first wife died Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. The first wife died in childbirth, and the second wife died with a horrible fire accident, and she burnt to death, basically.
Yikes.
Awful. And through it all, I think it's just saying like these ebbs and flows of life, but still the tide rises, the tide falls. Like just life keeps going on, and you've just got to keep going. And I think I was really touched by that. And once we learnt more about the poem, I really like that poem. He really puts the nail on the head or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Bangs the nail on the head. And then also, you know, with character building is actually through habits as well and through routines. But I think that this year I've really seen it.
Virtue, don't
I really see it in virtue, yeah.
Just keep doing something.
Just doing it. Going to mass, family prayers, breakfast, lunch and dinner. Even just that the prayers are attached to a habit. Grace before meals, Angela's at 12, Angela's at 6. And it's not that we always do it and have always done it. You know, the different things that we've worked towards.
Over the course of time,
and there's also things we just worked towards and we've really tried. Recently, we've started trying to do first Saturdays. And that's definitely a jump in and muddle through. Peter's already hopped out, but...
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a trick. They say it's the first... You've got to do it for...
5 first Saturdays.
Yeah, I think...
Well, I've never been able to do it.
I think someone out there knows, someone in heaven or someone in the church knows that it takes about 10 Saturdays to get the 5 Saturdays.
Yeah, absolutely.
They just get you all, yeah, Maria.
Yeah. Well, good.
Good, yeah, good.
Well, that's it.
Oh, good, yeah.
Because actually, you do different things. Like, I didn't know you do this meditation on top of the rosary. And then I tried that out this time, and you asked for more time. You said, another couple of minutes? We sat there for 15 minutes with children, looking at a certain mystery of the rosary in a rosary book or the Bible or something.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
Come on,
It was
Peter.
nice. I mean, I hear meditation in my heart sinks, I have to say.
Well, whatever Peter once called it, he's sat there with the children. And they were also
they were so still. I like stillness, that's great. Maybe that is meditation, in which case, great.
You're thinking about a different mystery.
Yeah, it's when you're walking in the woods or all that kind of stuff.
And there's another family that were telling me that they've got these beautiful images for the rosary, and then the children would just sort of choose one of the images that's like laminated onto wood, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. And I kept thinking, I want to do this, I'm going to try and do this and make it big.
I must say, I was really won over by them. By that.
But I was thinking I needed to have that to do the meditation. But in the end, it came to it and I thought, it's the first Saturday, we've done the Mass, we've done confession, we've done the rosary. Come on, we've just got to do this meditation. Maybe there was something else.
Sit still, don't move, 50 minutes, go.
We put the timer on my phone. It switched off. It's not like it's ticking out loud or something. And then we just got what we had. We just scrambled together books and bits and...
Look at that.
Yeah. And it worked. We just did it. And I would love to do those laminated wooden lovely things in the future because they are lovely. But sometimes you just got to jump in and crack on.
Do it.
So.
Yeah, what I do want to say is...
Yeah.
Kind of more arguments and stuff. I'm not such a big fan of communicating your way through it, I have to say.
Mm.
I think just... There is obviously grounds for talking, I've got to say. Sometimes you've got to say what issues are, but I'm a much bigger fan of sharp. You'll probably forget what it is that irritates you, and so what, anyway. But as soon as you say it, as soon as you start saying stuff, it can become a kind of shopping list. I think if men say stuff to women, I do think it's more this way around than the other way around. I think men are just more, forget about it, I'm just not interested. Now, if I start saying, you said this and I don't like this, and it just become
we have to go through everything.
Yeah.
It's just arduous and heavy and just...
But if I keep it to myself and it just dissipates out of me, you never hear about it, and then I forget about it anyway, then... I
expect there's a range of when you need to say something, but consider not saying something. Yeah.
Yeah, very small range. Tiny. Because I'm so happy married to you and things like that. I just think, well, whatever it is at this moment, I know in like 24 hours.
Yeah, you've been good for
I'll calm down.
But
I know myself, I'll forget about it. I'll be so tightly wound about something, but then a night's sleep or 2 nights sleep or 3 nights sleep, I'll be all right. and then it's gone, isn't it? It's not. You never hear about it. I forget about it, and silence has.
Sounds like a typical man. The man cave.
Yeah, so I just think for any guys out there that might have inklings like that, I just think
they're there.
Yeah, there could be instincts. Might be right. Communication is overrated, I think. Anyway.
Okay, maybe so.
Yeah. Maybe so. So cheeky.
So we are expecting a baby.
Yeah.
I'll just keep dotting that in the conversation.
A special baby, Maria.
It is a special baby.
And a part of the Catholic conversation that I put my hands together in a big demonstrative way out of the shot. We bought a new screen for the camera. It's so handy.
Oh, it's handy. We can see what's going on. Sort of
Lifesaver.
Fluffy hair out. Yeah.
Because at the start of this baby, they put all kinds of pressure on you to abort the baby. And then once they figure out you ain't aborting
once
the
we
baby,
have to tell our entire life story, what we're doing, everything, to try and convince them that we are committed to the pregnancy.
All these terms that give you HR terms.
Oh, yeah, Peter, you would have died with those wordings.
Yeah, well, I wasn't that. I should be, I mean, now I know. The man should be there for those initial meetings, not the later on ones. I should be there no, I just should be up front, winkle on the baby, thanks. Can we just move on and get on to the looking after the baby bit? Because they are good at that as well. The NHS, I suppose I should say, not just...
Well, look, you had a job that come up, the 12-week scan. I knew it was going to be... Well, I didn't know.
Yeah,
it was a known unknown.
Yeah, we should have
I
known.
knew there might have been something that we didn't know.
Yeah.
Because there's always something at a 12-week scan. I just think there is anyway now. Yeah. Well, there's often. Very often.
But they really do they apply the pressure on you when it's any abnormality or... It's awful, really. Look, that's part of the...
And the thing is, of all the differences of babies that are born, this is such a gorgeous one. It's not like life-threatening or anything. The baby has most likely got Down syndrome. And so when I went for the 12-week scan, Peter had this job, said, just go for it, And that's the way of lots of families as well, especially when you have more children, you've got to work and blah, blah, you've just got to...
Yeah. The first gets all this.
But I did say, I'm going with someone. So my lovely sister Catherine came with me. And, we're oohing and ahhing at this lovely little baby, bouncing around on the screen, hearts beating. They found it pretty quick, which is always such a relief. And then at the end, the sonographer said, I know you've been cooing, but... I thought, what? The baby's going to die. Oh, I'm gutted. And she said, this baby might have Down syndrome. And then she started her spiel whilst I'm thinking, cool. And she was saying, we could sort it out, all this sort of stuff. And then I thought, hold on a minute, what? We'd be delighted if we have a baby with Down syndrome. And then she was really taken aback by that. And then she started talking about...
Pretty much she's taken back.
Yeah. And then she started saying, actually, her auntie has got 2 guys that she looks after with Down syndrome, and I think she was quite excited.
Revealing their humanity. Once the institutional spiel is put on pause, they reveal their humanity.
And what's this sorting it out business?
So terrible.
Oh my goodness! What a blessing!
We should have our own spiels. We should say, look, if you advise me to kill my baby, there's a 80% increase you'll burn in hell for this kind of thing. We should have some quite heavy language for them, based on our kind of worldview and stuff like that.
Yeah, and unbiased. We just need to let you know.
Yeah,
I know you haven't chosen to.
I know you've not chosen to believe in God or anything like that, or take that belief seriously.
Yeah.
The right to life, but there is quite a serious chance you can.
Yeah, because even then they push.
Have you read Dante's Inferno?
Because I know they're all lovely as well. I'd say they are lovely people that are given this kind of unbiased language. It's not unbiased.
It's terrible.
It's absolutely down one way. Even at that point, I think I might have been 1 in 150 possibilities. So at this point, it's actually a slither of a chance. Anyway, they were then saying, there's so much fluid around this baby, whatever. There might be a heart condition, So we could look into it. So I said, oh, yeah, do. I'm thinking maybe you could do something to help. Or if it's palliative, I would prefer to know, if the baby's going to die, I'd be grateful to know, because it's nerve-wracking as it is at 12 weeks. And so they said, oh yeah, we can get you an appointment in London in a couple of days, maybe tomorrow. And actually, it was with a world-leading fetal anomaly scan man who introduced himself as Fred.
Oh, mad
Russian.
characters, aren't they?
Yeah,
I think I was there
lovely.
for that meeting.
You were there for that
the
one.
mad characters, aren't they? They're like, yeah.
So I said, gosh, that's great. It's so far. She said, oh, yeah, it was just in case you change your mind about the management of the pregnancy.
Yeah.
Which you know what they're talking about. And then they're talking about these invasive tests. So we didn't have, by the way, for the record, we did not have any invasive tests. We had the NIPT, which is 99.9% accurate. And there are soft markers. So in case anyone's worried that we've gone with because there's been quite a mixed bag of responses from all sorts of people, Catholic and non-Catholic and whatever, apologising for hearing that we might have baby Down syndrome, or, you know, how do we know, or those sorts of things. Anyway, look.
Yeah, I just think
That's it.
on all this, just, I don't even like talking about it. I just think it's the baby into the mix, like everybody else is going to get.
And I was just thinking, you know, if we find out something, like I say, I'm happy to help the baby in the womb.
Yeah,
if we can help the baby, you know, operations and things like that are more common now.
Yeah.
And also, like I say, if it's palliative. Or if we don't know, fine. But I'd like to know the unknowns or know the knowns.
Yeah, you should know. I mean, look, we've had some amazing stories on the channel that already just on what you can find out before the baby's born to help little palliative or...
And that is what we've done. But
also part of the Catholic argument of, you know, you don't just write a baby off, you don't write off a life, you see it through to its natural death, which is amazing, like, gorgeous. Still my favourite video, still so amazing. The one with
Veronica Joy.
Baby with Anna Kefley. And the amazing story of the Leatherlands... When they had when he grew up, had that incredible... You can see it on the video, the amazing...
Scar on his chest.
Yeah, it opened up his... Did operation. That's incredible. I mean, that's a lot for a mum to go through.
Yeah.
Because, you know, he's made it. He's a child. He's a kind of grown child. This is like the Catholic story. We need to... We're not a culture of death. We are a culture of...
Vincent likes this.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. I get excited about it when it comes to it. How do we look after a life and raise a life and welcome them in, and how do we support a mother? You know, in our parish, all these mums pregnant and miscarriages and babies being born. How do we support them? And
and you know, even like back to the unknown thing. I spoke to a lovely doctor I was connected with, Dr. Liz Corcoran, and she's the trustee of a Down syndrome charity. And so she could then, because of the goodness of someone linking me to someone else, she then told me about some unknowns and how, you know, you can have this antenatal care plan for a baby with Down syndrome, and things can be, you know, you can have these tests done or just look for things in the scans that otherwise might not have been looked for, to avoid then really common causes for poor little babies with Down syndrome who just more likely to have certain conditions, and if they're not looked at, then it could cause a baby dying or whatever. You know, that's caused an increased infant mortality rate for the poor little bubbers with Down syndrome, and so I've been really grateful for that. But yeah, no chat on the chat about the scan stuff. I just think we did that scan to find out if we could help the baby, and I know that scan is massively abused.
all right, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that
Which is
the wise setup? Yeah, we've got to be out there.
You can't believe it.
We've got to get the Catholic point of view out there.
But then if we get the scan and then find out then we become this kind of rare niche of people, and I think that is important too. You're the rare niche of people that are continuing with the pregnancy, loving your baby.
A growing rare niche of people.
They're loving the baby no matter what. And like I say, our lovely Veronica Joy, and all the other babies we've heard about and people know about who parents have decided to love the baby no matter what and show the medical world that this is what they're doing. The Osbournes, an episode for the new year. Beautiful baby.
I am so taken with the Osbournes. And lots of the families in our parish are really... I'm always won over, actually. I'm the kind of guy that's... I get a spur if I do, especially if I meet guys that, you know, just quietly getting on with it.
What about, would you like the word fresh for how our parish life is kept?
No. Gosh.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
I was going to say, it feels fresh. I'd say that's a nice word. No. We've got new priests, we've got new families.
Yeah,
it's
you
so
just
lovely.
say-
What would you say? Is that a fresh?
I'm saying
What do you say about how lovely our parish has been this year? Because it has grown, like,
Oh,
all the
Maria,
different things.
so great.
With new families and
Yeah, new families, loads of guys, Maria.
old families,
So
new
many
families.
guys at Mass.
Loads of converts.
Loads of converts. And you can see, just like sometimes you can see C of E converts, because they've still got C of E-ness
Yeah.
about them, even on their face, I think. You can see, a lot of people say, yeah, whatever, but I think you can kind of see the former atheist, if it's quite fresh on their face.
There you go.
I know, yeah. Oh, I still feel bad saying it. It's got to be another word. Recent. Oh, yeah.
I think it's quite a nice word. Well, look, just
No, look, I'm
Sometimes
just
don't
giving
use
it.
the word.
It's just one example of one of the many words that I almost regret mentioning it. Just that there may be other people out there that suffer in the same way with the same affliction as me. Yeah, so look, one of the things we're looking forward to doing is covering the families in our parish.
Yeah.
More of them, because they've got amazing stories, but to make the case for the kind of traditional Latin Mass without all the... Because the case normally gets made from Novus Order people say this, and traditional Latin Mass people say this, and it's kind of quite big, pretty boring debates after you've heard one or two of them. Maybe boring's unfair, but once you've heard three, you've probably heard most of them. But I think there's another case to be made where...
What, the stereotyping, that sort of thing.
The kind of way... They said this in 1960, and he said that, and before then they said this, and oh, yeah, okay, whatever.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, fine. Maybe it's all right and stuff. And that case has to go on, that's kind of a separate battle, but I think a great case to make is the family life of the parish and the families in it, and how we all interact. So it's quite young, isn't it? It's only 8 years since we've been going, and it was fairly small then. It's quite big now.
It's not 8 years.
2016.
It's 10. No, it's 5 years.
5 years.
But no, it's 5 years for us, but it's 8 years since
Yeah.
it has been
Even tried
7 years.
So I think that is something that is definitely, to get guys on especially, I really look forward to that.
Yeah. And it's not that we think we've got the right way, but we just so happen to have this
I think
beautiful parish.
right or wrong, here it is. Look
Yeah,
at it.
exactly.
Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it a clique? Which it's not, but because you think it is it guys just plotting against Vatican II, which it's not. Whatever the kind of stereotypes are, but I just know.
It's
I
our
know it's not.
experience.
I know it's not any of those things.
Our experience, our journey, our fresh.
Gosh, our experience, always words. God. It's just people trying to do the coffee thing after Mass and have a chat and getting there early for Mass and how do you get kids to get through Mass. It's just normal stuff, isn't it? And after Mass, there is not even enough. If you had an hour and a half, which people do, you couldn't get around all the people you want to speak to. No, forget it. Out of the question. And that is totally alien to the previous 30 years, if not more, of going to Mass, where at the end of Mass I would just listen to women talking to you and chat to the children, maybe chat to some guys, rarely, if ever, and then go home. Now.
Yeah, it's lovely being in a...
Yeah. The children
lively.
yeah, that's also an awful word. I have to shoo the children away and just chat to the guys. It's great, it's brilliant. And maybe some wives and brilliant.
Yeah.
It is great. Anyway, look, there's
There you go.
one thing chatting about it. It's another thing making the case for it with the video camera and a few interviews and stuff like that.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward
And
to
Christmas, midnight mass coming. Oh, I hope we get to go. It just depends when the baby's coming. Baby's due around that time.
But hey, there's been...
If we could go from hospital to midnight mass, I would do it.
You do it.
Yeah.
And there has been some mums, not...
I love it now. I love it so much.
I don't think there's peer pressure on mums. Look, mums may feel different. I don't sense it. Some mums knock out the baby and they're at mass almost 2 days later.
A day.
Yeah, a day. And other mums want to take a week. It is not a subject for discussion as far as I know.
I think the church even has got the dispensation for 6 months for mothers.
Yeah. Or just
I love it.
to say that some mums have just got a kind of constitution about them that...
Yeah, let's arrange and just put yourself in. And
but it's not an issue. It's not...
Yeah.
Mums are watching. When are they going to be... Nothing like that. There's no...
It's too busy. It's too many...
No one cares.
Anything's going on.
Everything's going on.
Everyone's got enough unknown unknowns.
On their planet. Yeah, that's right.
Thank you, darling. Have you got any other burning things?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. He's looking at my list.
I was chatting to one of the dads.
I want you to look at my list.
No, I'm not even looking at it over.
She doesn't like the things I like.
No, I do. I love you.
But when those things you said you didn't like when I said those words,
I do think.
Just take it back a
I do think you're the funniest
just
person.
Things.
I know. I think you're so funny.
I think you got rose tinted glasses.
No, I've not. I think you're the funniest. One of the funniest. Some people are very funny, but you're extremely funny, Maria. At dealing with me anyway. Likewise. And you're so gorgeous with the children, things you say to them.
Oh, thanks, love.
No, you are.
So...
I was chatting with a dad at an event. He's been on the channel, actually. And he was saying if he could have got rid of a boyfriend quicker, he would have done it. And he kind of regrets his daughter going out with the boyfriend for so long. And that kind of reignited my League of Shadows organisation, which I often push as a joke at first with dads, but I think it needs to be taken quite seriously that dads with daughters, I'm going to have to more aggressively approach people and say, do you want to join the League of Shadows? Which, I've even got a tagline for it. Yeah. League of Shadows.
Wow.
A dark light.
The best words.
A dark light in dark places. It's just in case anything ever happens, the dads need to be prepared to, a bit like Spectre in James Bond, use intimidation, fear, intelligence gathering to...
But boyfriends that are...
Yeah, just even maybe it doesn't have to be the worst case scenario. It could be an initial chat where the League of Shadows will go around to a father's house and... all 20 of us will have a chat with the boyfriend just to lay out, look, this is a Catholic daughter, we value them, we're here to look after them, whether they like it or not, but hopefully they do want to be.
Maybe you could just make a video. I might not watch it.
No, I think they need to feel our presence and see us.
Okay, yeah, okay.
If you
But there could be a video as well, like a little TikTok short thing. I think that could be quite cool, actually.
Yeah, I think it needs...
But you could have the presence
shadowy,
too. Yeah,
who are these guys?
Yeah, okay.
Are we disguised under black masks?
I think you should do it in the video as well. Yeah, I just think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, maybe video as well. But I know, even I was having a chat with this guy, and he came up with a good idea. We could have a black business card that you put under a UV light, and then the details are revealed. So kind of wise...
Of where you were meeting?
Yeah, the number to call. Oh, there would be nothing like that. With the number to call. Or the email to write.
Who would you give that to? A fellow shadow member? Or...
Yeah, shadow member. And he could, like your mum does with business, on the
business cards on the inside of the card.
And a wife would look at it and think it's just black card. I don't really want wives involved, really. Just they know it's out there, and if they see a problem, they can put the word out there, and League of Shadows can intervene.
Okay. Help other dads, because it's a difficult one to tread along. We've not experienced this yet.
Well, yeah, we've not. But some guys, I see some guys lately. Their daughters are coming to the age where League of Shadows could make its first foray into the world of.
Well, there you go, guys. It can be some response.
It's easy to get motivated about. You just think about even medium bad things that could happen to your daughter.
Right.
There's just no way. There's just no way these things can happen.
This is one of the great unknown unknowns when Peter just comes up with these such fun ideas. I've never heard. I've heard about it. I've heard about it.
It's been brewing for a while, actually.
Yeah, I've heard about it, but.
And I think this. You don't have to be. Lots of dads I find bring different skills to the table.
Yeah.
Some of them are massive physical dudes, and some of them are very organised, work for certain kind of companies, and
Catholic down the line is the...
yeah, real solutions could be found
Okay,
to
great.
real problems.
Right, so there we go as well.
That's
Any
one.
other burning things? Because it is the vigil of St. Nicholas feast day. That's what I'm going to say.
Oh, what do we need to do something?
I don't know.
I know we're
I'll
going to
do
be. I'm looking forward to
I'll do it,
getting our normal.
obviously.
We've got quite a few episodes in the bag actually, and need to knock out. But
Yeah.
some great stories coming up,
Yeah, there are.
and loads more guys. I just want to get guys on in a kind of guy way that
Yeah.
men don't mind.
And I think shorts as well, Peter.
Yeah, short 10-minute episodes with guys.
Yeah.
An hour's too long.
Yeah.
Yeah, talk is overrated. I just
Yeah,
like
we've
seeing
just
them.
done that, but-
Do you go to mass? Yeah, great. Let's just see you do some stuff. Great. The end.
What, like that big hulky guy that went round in the Vatican and was interviewing people for Bishop Barron?
Oh no, that was so painful. So painful. No, not like that. Just too much.
But after Mass or something like that, I don't know if there's chatting to people.
No.
Shouldn't have mentioned it.
We're too
But
busy.
anyway, there we go. That's it. God bless. Thanks so much for watching.
Is that it?
Comment. Oh, you've got something else?
Not really,
No.
but I'm surprised that you're wrapping it up so
No, I'm
quick.
happy with
What's
that.
your stuff? Come on, you've written loads of it.
I know I have, but
No, don't forget about what I say. You just do your stuff.
I've done my main thing, which was like the year now planned and stuff like that.
I think it's lovely what you say.
That we're excited for in our home. We welcome Christmas Santa or Christmas Claus, as Audrey calls them. Santa Claus, Saint Nicholas. Excited about that. Really excited about that, and I'm actually praying that our baby comes before Christmas. I would love
So gorgeous.
love
They're so gorgeous.
to have the baby for Christmas.
Yeah.
If anyone wouldn't mind throwing up a Hail Mary, Memorare, little prayer, something. Please God, and safe and
Yeah. I haven't said
all the extra things.
I haven't said anything about contraception, which I
The
just
real last time.
I need to say every single
Every
video,
time, yeah.
every single time. That's
You
it.
change your mind?
We are not hating contraception enough, especially men. If you don't hate it, then you've not really discovered the meaning of hate yet. That's all I'll say. Yeah, just a prequel to more contraception talk.
Okay,
coming.
there we go, yeah.
Okay,
what
it
else
doesn't
we
really
got?
need to involve wives. Just kind of a guy chat.
Oh yeah, just like more things that sort of fall in the tide rises, tide falls. All the fun things, like some of the fun things, like the air fryer. By the way, it's so cool.
So good for family life.
Online
yeah.
shopping, started that last week. It is amazing. Oh my goodness gracious me. I can't believe we lived 3 weeks without a car and did not do online shopping and kept walking with the buggy up that hill that's 45 degrees. Pregnant. As much you could possibly stuff in the buggy and hanging on and kind of like holding and everything.
It's a pretty easy walk until you get to that bit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and on the way you're going down, you just can't believe how... Anyway, all those things. And what else? Yeah. Just,
Lots of
I mean,
Catholic
just-
messages like children are extremely hard work, but they're so gorgeous all at the same time, Maria.
Yeah.
We need to talk more about that.
Yeah, we'll talk more about that. And also,
You have
story
to
of
be
a soul.
handed.
I think story of a soul, I'm just going to put as my underlying thing for all of these things. Saint Therese of Lisieux, I'm reading her book. Finally, we now have 2 copies of the book on the shelf, and I'm listening to it on Audible. And I'm finally reading it.
Is that annoying voice one?
Yeah, Pete doesn't like the voice on Audible.
Gosh,
I can look past those sort of things.
I don't know how you do it.
Well, you do, like you said with me, if things annoy you and stuff. So I
You
just
don't
think, I
really
just
do
don't
it,
care.
it's
I
just
want to listen to the
odd
story.
little things. Her voice is so sanctum. It's just. It's like you're
Well.
being sold something every time she says a word. Anyway, like you
The
look
great thing
past
is the Saint Teresa's words, and it is such a good book.
It's just unbearable, man.
Anyway, a simple life, and you know that's pretty much what.
That's your skill. That's your
It's
gift.
my consolation.
It's your gift.
Consolation, okay.
Yeah, no, it is. See how funny you are.
God bless. Thanks so much. Unless Peter's about to pop out with something else, then that is it from us. 1 of 9. Miriam Peter Jones.
Yeah, great to be back and
I
great
love
to
you.
have
Thanks
you.
Hopping in with me and stuff.
Come, we're doing this now because you kind of step back a bit from your RCA role.
Maternity leave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. And it's great to have you to be able to do this kind of thing.
Yeah, I love you, darling.
I love you too.
Thank you.
We'll do a kiss off camera.
Yeah, well, we can do a kiss and you'll have a chop it or not chop it.